We do love Billy.
I don't.
Ooh, Billy's got a little kind bar. Or no, M&M.
Why are you eating it?
Why are you?
What
are you doing?
My blood sugar's low.
I love how Stugotz is like, how dare you eat right before a segment?
Should I not have done that?
No, it's fine. Just M&Ms.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hungry. I need to...
Stugotz is like, I'm the only one that's allowed to eat before a segment.
Billy, you're turning into Stugotz.
I'm very concerned about that. I'm very concerned about that because, Lucy, I don't know if you were here. I think you were here this day last week. We were wearing the same outfit.
Identical.
Who was?
Stugotz and I were wearing the same color shorts, and then we both had like a hoodie on. It was like very concerning. And then like I looked at myself in the mirror after, and I'm like, I'm not in the best of shape right now. Like, it really has me questioning if I need like a drastic life overhaul.
What worried me is that you didn't notice right off rip that you and Stu were wearing the exact same shorts, like the same color.
I still have no idea what you guys are talking about.
They're like these minty green kind of teal shorts. You guys were both wearing them at the same time.
Well, I don't think they were the exact same. Mine were like Adidas golf shorts.
Right.
Yeah. And you were wearing a similar like greenish color short. Yeah.
What's wrong with turning into me, though?
I mean, it's not like if I had like a life chart, it wouldn't be that, you know? Nothing against you. I mean, I don't want you to take this.
I'm not taking it personally at all.
Don't take it personally.
Okay.
But now you're sitting in this chair, you're eating peanut M&Ms as a...
My blood sugar feels low. I haven't had anything.
How do you know that?
How do I know what?
Yeah, how do you know your blood sugar?
You went to a doctor.
Yeah, but right now, how does he know?
I just feel like, like I need a little something picard.
Little kick?
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I had made myself coffee and I forgot and I just left it out there.
That was yours?
Yeah.
I saw that.
I didn't have coffee today because I was right before the show and I put in like the creamer and I was going to put in the sugar and I forgot that I did it and it's just been sitting out there. So I disposed of it, but I didn't have any coffee today. I don't have any energy going on right now. It's just, I feel a little weird.
Well, maybe this will give you a little shot of energy. For the viewing audience, we have Jessica and Willow out on the couch. Willow is paying off a grid of death punishment
Wow.
today.
Really?
The lobster punishment.
The red lobster.
The red lobster punishment, which I didn't know existed, but we're doing it.
I rule with an iron fist.
So a human would have had to worn a dog costume as a lobster or a human costume for a lobster?
So does this count as a punishment for me?
No, this is why would this count as a punishment for you?
It works out that way.
No, this counts as a punishment for Willow. Willow took something from the bucket not too long ago and lost, and now that's that. Punishment paid.
Maybe we'll bring Willow into your studio. Let the crab run around in there a little bit.
It's a lobster.
Whatever.
Does Willow bother you? Is that what we're getting at?
Is what it is.
No, I accidentally kicked Willow earlier, but that was an
Yeah,
accident.
that was not great.
Well, I just walked, and she happened to be there.
Willow.
So the normal motion of walking, you kicked Jess's dog.
People around here are calling it kicking. I just
There
walked.
was quite a follow through.
I kind of walked into
be honest
the
with
Willow.
you. Like
She's
it looked like
fine.
you were hitting a 45-yarder. You know what I mean?
She's fine.
It wasn't exactly like a tap.
Willow just had some of my kind bar. I mean,
Was there a backswing to the
Chocolate.
leg?
That's great for a dog.
Willow wants out.
Yeah, Willow's done here.
All right, good punishment. Punishment made.
Wow.
Really?
I don't know why I said made. Punishment complete.
Seemed easy.
It seems not like a punishment for a dog doesn't really matter because she's not embarrassed by said
You don't
punishment.
know that. You don't know how Willow feels.
Does she feel shame?
Dogs
about
can feel
wearing-
shame. You ever caught a dog after they like eat a
Right.
shoe? And it's
Right,
like,
but
who
like-
did this? And then they like look away, all like.
They do,
Yes.
like,
But how do you know they're feeling shame?
Dude, have you not
Yeah,
seen a
you know when a
dog
dog's ashamed.
when they do something wrong?
I mean, no.
There was no shame in Willow right there.
She hates it, guys. And let the record show, Willow had fine bucket and instant death, and she already paid off her punishment. Whereas some of
Look how
you,
sad she is walking into the kitchen. She's
some
like, I'm
of
hungry.
you have not paid off any of your
Yeah,
punishments.
some
yet.
of you.
Not me, because
Name
I'm
names.
undefeated.
Yeah.
I pulled the Jets last week. Any given Sunday, Stugotz.
Nice, yes. That's why they play the games,
That's
Jess.
why they play the
That's
game.
why they play the game.
So, guys, Tony has a conundrum that we may need to help him with.
I've
Okay.
got a big problem.
All right.
So I'm walking in a dear friend's wedding. My wife is officiating said friend's wedding. Right?
Really?
So, yeah. I
Wow.
walked in as a groomsman,
Right.
and my wife is officiating. So
Is
that
this a
means-
pity groomsman thing? Is
No.
this your wife's connection? And they're just like,
No,
oh,
no,
we got to
no.
give Tony something.
No. So my wife and my buddy Matt have been friends for like 20 years. They went to middle school together, and we've grown up kind of with each other.
Right.
And Matt's a good friend of mine, so it was a good synergistic.
But more a friend with your wife.
No, more friends with me than my
Well,
wife.
your wife's officiating, not you, so more friends with your wife.
No, but
We don't need to get
Sounds
bogged
like they
down
were
by
like,
this.
we need someone
no,
for Tony.
but
What can we do?
Shannon, Matt's wife or to-be wife, is good friends with Jenny, my wife. So that's where that came from. But
They like you, her more than you.
yes. So I'm walking in the wedding, but the problem is UFC 294 is in Abu Dhabi this weekend on Saturday, 2 p.m. start time for the main card, which means the championship bouts are going to be happening around 4 o'clock, 4:30. When am I walking in the wedding? 4:30. So I've got an issue where the fights are only 25 minutes long. I'm not going to be able to watch them when they're happening. So do I kind of take my phone out? The thing is, as a groomsman, I'm standing for the majority of the time, so I can't just sit with my phone out. And then when we sit down, I'm right in the front, so my wife's going to be watching. And if my wife is doing the officiating, watching me watch the fights, I'm in trouble.
That's the problem. You never told us before that your wife was officiating
Yeah,
this
it's a big
until right
caveat.
now. This is your wife's day, not even your friend's day. You cannot do that.
It's my wife's day, right? It's not even Matt and Shannon's
It's
day.
not Matt and Shannon's day. This is Jenny's day. So you cannot ruin Jenny's day.
Matt and Shannon? That's my mom and dad.
Wow.
Are they
congrats.
getting remarried this weekend?
They're crazy divorced.
Oh, they're crazy divorced.
Your
Oh.
dad went to middle school?
Not just divorced, crazy divorce.
What does crazy divorce look like? Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean? I mean,
Like right under, like they've gone to court to like sue each other.
oh, okay.
That's crazy.
They haven't done that.
Right.
But they do not like each other. They are not pals. They are not friends.
I think Tony has two options. He can walk down the aisle, go viral, watching the fight while walking down the aisle.
That seems like a bad idea.
It's not
Record
great
the
for the
fight.
wedding, but I'm telling you, it'll go viral, and you'll all of a sudden be the guy at the wedding that was watching the fight during the wedding.
Yeah, but he pisses off his wife.
All right,
It's his-
fine.
It's his wife's day. You
Option
can't.
2 is more practical. You just stay off your phone the entire time and record the fights and
Yeah.
watch them when you
And I
get
can't.
home.
They're a pay-per-view, so I can't buy it and record it.
Can you? I
No,
mean-
I can't do that. It doesn't work that way.
Really?
I think
Yeah.
you can record
I
stuff.
thought you could buy it and just start it whenever you get around to starting it. No?
I don't know. I've never tried
I
to
think
do
pay-per-views just like run on I think you can watch
it.
it
Not
on
on
demand.
ESPN Plus. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
Chris, is it possible to get through like 7 hours without finding out the result?
That's the
7
thing.
straight hours.
right.
Of commercial-free.
But it's not
UFC.
anymore. You can't. It's why play-by-play is like the only. It's like the only thing that has value to, companies like ESPN. It's why they shifted their entire thing away from talk shows and to just play-by-play. Because you can't tape the games anymore.
It's also probably going to be on YouTube the next day. You just need to
No,
find the
because
right link.
UFC
yeah.
sometimes like bars their stuff
No,
from going
you
on
just-
YouTube
yeah,
after.
Not free
you just
99,
find
baby.
it.
I got
and
the
then someone does
$3.99
it-
link. That's how I was
Someone
gonna
does
watch
it like in
clearly.
reverse or something, and it's
that's
out there for
why
like
you can't
2
record
hours,
it.
and then
That's
you
why I
find
can't record
Can't
it.
record it because he's doing free 99.
I'm doing free 99.
Right.
My wife, very helpful 99% of the time. This 1% of the time, she was not helpful. She's like,
What is she supposed to do?
she's like, record it and watch it later. And I'm like, babe, it doesn't work that way. You don't get it. You clearly don't
So
get
you
it.
pay for one fight.
What would she normally do, Tony?
That's crazy.
If she wasn't officiating, what
Yeah,
would
you
she
just-
normally
If she
do?
wasn't
Hold on a
officiating and
second.
I wasn't a groomsman,
Wait.
I'd be sitting probably like 15 rows back
Hold on a second.
Right.
with the phone taped to the back of the
Hold on a
chair
second.
and watching the fight.
Hold on a second. You do a UFC preview show.
Correct.
What? Just expense it.
I do. But I expense it when I do a show against it. I don't expense it for free.
You're doing
when I
it.
don't
You're
do
doing a show
against it.
tonight.
Well,
No
you
one's
just
done-
you.
Right.
Hey, wait,
Guys,
hold on
Carl's
a second.
listening, and he
Stugotz,
expenses it for me.
Hold on a tick. Wait a tick.
I
Stugotz,
approved it.
On Monday, let's just plan out Monday's show. I feel like for Monday's show, we should have like a UFC recap, right?
Yes.
If only someone could watch it.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go around the room.
Done.
Who do we want to watch it?
I don't really want to watch.
I vote Chris.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. So Chris will be expensing that.
Send me
Still gonna have
your,
to figure out how to pay
Send
for
me
it.
your
Sorry,
login.
Tony.
Tony. Send me your login.
Yeah.
Lucy, who are you voting for?
So close.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Who are you voting for?
And what?
UFC recap on Monday.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow. What is that?
That was a mistake. Sorry about that.
Wait a
That
minute.
sounded dangerously like
Wait a minute.
something.
I'm just kidding. It was on purpose. It's
I just went,
Were you previewing it?
Against the Spread is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code Dan when you sign up on the app. A limited time offer for new customers.
What are you laughing at, Billy?
Because I think I know what happened there.
That's an honest mistake, Billy. What do
Yeah,
you got
that's
against the spread?
Ooh, I like the Colts +2 this week against the Cleveland Browns.
You do?
Yeah.
Little
It's just
letdown
the
game?
game that was on your screen, wasn't it?
Minshew's been looking good lately.
You looked terrible
It was
last week.
awful last
Don't really
week,
know what's
yes.
going on with the Browns there. Is Deshaun back? Is he not?
It's a classic letdown spot for the Browns. They beat the
Yeah.
49ers.
Yes.
You're going against the Colts.
Yep. Colts need it.
Colts need it.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing this next segment, so I wasn't super prepared.
That's my bad.
Against the spread!
we know.
Tony, who you got?
I'm going with something from UFC 294. I've got Hamzat Chimaev to knock out Kamaru Usman. That's a little +200 there for
Wow.
you. Yeah. Against the spread.
You're not going to know the results, though.
I won't.
Tony.
Yeah, I have to text Chris.
Chris will let you know on Monday.
I have to wait till Monday?
Yeah, because he's going to watch.
So
it for
I'm
the
barred.
company.
The only way that I can actually see what happened is if Chris tells me what happened.
Yep.
He's watching for the company, not you.
Yes.
Sorry.
Jess, what do you got?
Again? Oh.
I didn't know I was going to be here for this segment either. So I have Tennessee versus Alabama against the spread.
+9.
Who did you and who did you pick? You just mentioned both.
Tennessee.
Okay,
Wow.
got you.
Tennessee is a 9-point underdog, and
Right.
Alabama
Oh,
has
there we
been
go.
playing some close ones.
The spread.
Against the spread. But I feel like we're all just picking games because it's the first game that came up on our screen
Yeah.
because we weren't ready for this.
I'm definitely not doing that. I'm
Oh,
taking
sorry.
Georgia Tech -5.5 at home against Boston College
Wow.
because I just study this.
Against
Share Bear?
I'll be taking the one and only UCF Knights +19
Jesus.
in Norman, Oklahoma.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Against former UCF
Why?
quarterback Dylan Gabriel.
Jesus.
Against the spread.
You know, we're playing for a very real prize.
Oh, I know.
Take it seriously, Lucy.
I'm taking this seriously, and I'm also taking Utah +6.5 at USC. USC has struggled against this Utah team. Their defense is good. USC is not looking great right now. So Utah +6.5 against the spread. Thank you, guys.
Stugotz?
Thank you.
That was Chris's idea.
Stugotz?
I think Chris is up.
No, he went
No,
already.
Chris
I
gave
took
Georgia
Georgia
Tech
I was
-5.5.
Hurry, Stu.
He
I
studies
am
this
taking
shit.
the Dolphins to beat the Eagles outright. They cover the spread. I am taking the Dolphins Sunday Night Football against the spread.
Now, there has been someone we've been hearing from a lot lately, and I've kind of had it. I'm done. I've
The
reached my
Kelseys?
limit.
Yeah.
It could be the Kelseys,
No.
but it's not them.
Taylor Swift.
Could be Taylor Swift, not them. Jada Pinkett Smith.
Oh, God.
I know so much about her relationship, her love life, her sex life, and I didn't ask for any of it. Every single time I open up my phone, it is her just dropping some new bombshell about her life and her relationship. And I'm not like a crazy Will Smith fan or anything. I don't particularly care about the guy. And I feel so bad for him because every time he opens up his phone, it's just his wife spilling his dirty laundry everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm done. I don't want to know anything about their life anymore.
It's just like, at what point are we not going to care? At what point is everybody just going to open their phone and be like, so? Like, we're done. That's it. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't want to hear from Will Smith.
I mean,
probably ever again.
we're starting
And
a
I don't wanna hear
segment
from
with
Jada
it.
Pinkett Smith.
Right.
I don't care.
Obviously, we're doing it. We're keeping them around.
I'm not going to say anything the rest of the segment then.
Well, she just did a sit-down interview, and I feel like she closed the book
Well,
on
no,
all of it, right?
she knows she's opening the book because she's selling one. And
Right,
she's
I
doing
know.
a bunch of interviews.
But I think that book is actually closing the book on the entire topic.
No
because
way.
she said she wants to write a book together with Will Smith.
Leave the guy
I don't know-
alone, for
I don't know
God's
if
sake.
it's relation advice, but I don't want
I'm
love
kinda-
life advice
Déjalo
on
solo.
that.
I'm with you on that one.
Tony, what is your issue?
My issue is, at what point is Will going to be like, you know what? I'm done with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, leave me alone. He continues to just be back there like, oh, yeah, she's making fun of me. Okay, guys, this is cool. Like, it's pathetic.
If we're going to
he
ban
doing
books,
that?
let's start here.
I don't know what he's
Yeah,
doing, but
I'm for that.
he's pathetic at this point.
I
He's
have
pathetic.
no problem with her writing a book and like doing all this media. My problem with the entire celebrity memoir media cycle is that a lot of celebrities, and like I saw this happen with Prince Harry when he wrote his book, and now it's happening with Britney Spears' book. They like the PR people leak out all of these things that are going to be revealed in the book ahead of time as part of this like media cycle. And then by the time the book comes out, I'm like, I feel like I read the book.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need like
I like that part
I
about
don't know
it.
if I need to read this
Same.
now because every salacious thing that you are going to reveal has now been on my timeline for like 4 months. I'm good.
It's like she loves Tupac. Tupac's been dead for 30 years. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, when
Well,
it
it's
got
just
away,
part of the
yeah,
book.
what
It's
are you
part of her
supposed
Well, her
story.
book, yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
he was a childhood friend of hers.
I'm just saying.
What are you supposed to do there?
What are you supposed to do? I don't care about it. So
What are you upset about, though?
I'm just upset about the whole thing.
That she used Tupac to try to sell a book?
No, well, yes, partially. But
Right.
the whole thing with Will Smith, right? Keep my wife's name out your mouth. You guys hadn't been together for 7 years before that. She didn't want you to do that, and you felt the need for whatever reason to go slap Chris Rock on national TV inexplicably for no reason.
Sounds like your problems with Will Smith though.
I do have a problem with Will Smith, yeah.
I actually like Jada, and I like that she explained what happened there
really
because
care.
a lot of people blame Jada for Will doing that, and she said, no, I didn't tell Will to do that.
Yeah, she doesn't want anything to do with Will, which is the weird part, why
Well,
he did that.
I mean,
She wants to sell the books.
To an extent, yeah.
I just think there are some things that they should be hashed out with your therapist.
Let them
before
figure it out.
you go
Yeah.
to the
We don't
Today
need to be
Show and
involved
tell
in
all-
this. Yeah.
I hope they're both happy. I hope their lives are great. I just want to know a little bit less
Yeah.
about what's going on with you because I'm not seeking this information out. It is just bombarding me every day where I'm like, I really don't want to know what your relationship is like at all.
It's like, how are you doing? I'm good. And you just move on. Exactly. I don't need to know all this information. Like,
Right, but these-
I hope you guys figure this out in private, away from me. I don't care.
But in private, how do
Exactly.
you know about it? And how does everybody know about
But
it?
this
I
is
don't
a-
need
I
to.
don't wanna
I don't
private.
need to know about
I
it.
know, but they want you to know about it.
But guys,
This could be going on in your life. I
Time
don't
out.
know
It's
about
a
it.
Time out.
celebrity
Time out.
memoir.
Time
Like,
out.
what?
It will
Tony,
if I watch the fights
Tony,
during the
if
wedding.
you were part of a power couple and could
Right.
continue to make money off being a power couple, would you not do it?
Of course.
Right. So what's wrong? What are we doing?
What salacious things are you going to have
They're
in
making
your,
a buck.
in your book that you have coming out?
You have no idea.
You have a book deal,
I did.
according to you.
Yes, but it's my personal record.
But you
book.
know, Stugotz would, if he did have any salacious things in his book, he would tell us all, like
I would.
months ahead of time.
I think
'cause
he's
he can't
holding
keep a
he's holding
secret.
on to them for the lawsuit.
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
What lawsuits? What are you talking about?
Well, you know
Don't worry about that.
You always have a file. I feel
Why
like you
should I
have a
not worry
file.
about my own lawsuit?
Oh.
Are you guys planning a lawsuit on my behalf?
No, I didn't say
No,
that.
no.
Okay.
Nobody said
little
that.
class action,
No.
action,
Claction.
action.
Right. I'm interested in this couple. I am.
No,
I
you're
mean,
not.
I
Are you going to
am.
buy the
What?
book? You're not going to read the book.
I'm not going to buy the book, but I'm interested. Like, listen, she's not doing Will any favors. I will tell you that.
How much more do you want
It's
to
her life.
know? Like, how much do you need to know here?
But it's up to you what you want to know, right?
I would say that it is and it isn't where like I don't care about their relationship. I really don't. And she's been talking about it for years. She's had Will Smith on Red Table Talk after cheating on him.
Clowning
like
him.
Yeah.
But he
He's
agreed.
sitting there
And he
clowned.
agreed.
Guys, he agreed
It's
to do
agreed.
it.
No. But it's one of those things where like if she wants to put it out there, that's great. But it's every time I open up TikTok, every time I open up my phone, it is just new information that I'm like, I don't really feel like this should be something I should know.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
think I should know this.
It's also being revealed like in drops. It's like just
That's
get
what
it,
I mean.
Get it
that's,
all out
that's
there.
the
I'm
whole
good.
PR
the Band-Aid
cycle.
off.
That's
Yeah,
the whole
that's how
PR
you promote
cycle
it,
of the
right?
book. Yes.
You give a couple of interesting nuggets. You don't give them everything, and then you're forced to read the book if you want it all.
The problem is that it's everything is being put out there. Like all of the interesting stuff gets out there before the book, and that's not just with Jada. Like Jess was saying, like it feels like every celebrity memoir cycle is sort of like how music has changed in that way, where like there aren't really albums anymore. It's like you just get 12 singles and then they release the album, but that's the whole album. Like that's the way that the PR cycle is working, where it's you need to satisfy the entire time for months beforehand, and it's like it doesn't really leave anything left for you to go find.
No, I think they're making a great point. And I would say, yeah, I have more issue with just the cycle of the PR. And it's just wildly uncomfortable to see people who are married just his wife just shitting on him in public. It's not something I just want to be a part of. Like, I don't want anything to do with it. And it's a lot of the PR cycle. I just want less.
Do you guys feel like Will should get a piece of the book? Do you think Will is getting a piece of the book?
No. Why would he get a piece of the book?
I mean, he's a big part of the book, and they're married, and they
They're
support
not.
each
It's her
other.
life. They're
Sham-
not.
sham-
They are
marriage.
married. They
Sham
live
marriage.
separately, but they are married.
Shamage.
It's a sham marriage?
Sham marriage.
Okay.
It's been for a while.
I'm assuming he must have given her permission to do this stuff because it's the same reason with, when he went on Red Table Talk,
Right.
he was there. He was willing to be there. It's just something that it's like if you're at a party and a couple's fighting in front of you, you're like, oh man, I want nothing to do with this. I'm really just trying to have a good time, and you guys can figure this out behind closed doors. It's just not something that I want to be here for.
It's like when you make out with somebody else's wife at the Halloween party, and
Yeah,
all of a sudden
right.
they have a fight, and you're like, "Whoa! I just thought it was my wife. What's happening here?"
Yeah,
don't
but I
know."
feel like most people want those details. Like when you see a couple fighting at a party, they're like, what's going on there, right?
yeah, no, that is true.
You
I
want to be
run away from
involved in
that.
like marital strife? Why?
I just think it's what people talk. It's gossip. That's all. Hey, what's going on with our friends down the street, Something's off there. I like that stuff.
I think it might be my fault.
Right. I like the dirt. I do.
I think it is human nature to gossip.
Of course. Especially about celebrities. Like, we're not interested in Will Smith suddenly? Get out of
Not
here.
really. I mean,
But
what
we need a
is-
little left for the imagination. We know pretty much everything that's going on between the two of them.
What's the last thing that Will or Jada did outside from like this?
Terrible movies.
I Am
he literally
Legend.
won an Oscar last year.
For what? Yeah.
When he slapped Chris Rock.
For I
what-
forget the name of the movie.
Exactly.
No, but it
That's-
was
I mean, that's the
Richard
state of the-
Williams.
I'm blanking on it.
King
yeah,
Richard.
King Richard. That's what
Right,
it was called. I
right.
forgot what it
Didn't
was
see it.
I
called.
just called it Richard
I knew what it
Williams.
was about. I don't remember the name. I think he won an Oscar.
Yeah.
The same
Like,
night.
it
Everyone
was a
wins
pretty big.
Oscars.
It was a pretty big deal. It was a big movie.
Except Meryl Streep. I mean,
She has like 7.
she has 2.
To Billy's point, though, like
you know
all
that
of
off the
the
top of your head?
all of the stuff the last couple of years just made us forget what the movie was. That like I feel like if that slap never happens, that would have been right at the top of our tongue.
No.
Dude, I'm telling you,
No
it
way.
was at the time. Like that was a big movie.
He hasn't made a good movie in like 15 years.
Yeah.
He
I-
just
I
won
like the
Best
Williams.
Did you
Actor.
watch King Richard?
I didn't.
I liked King Richard.
Then
You didn't watch Richard Williams?
No, I didn't watch Richard Williams. But other than that, name a good movie.
Men in
Will Smith.
Black 5, I'm back.
It's been a while. I'm
Is
with you.
Hemsworth in that one?
I don't know. I didn't see the last one.
You know, you guys never got me a Halloween costume. We brought up yesterday.
Oh, what you want to be for Halloween?
Yeah, I need a Halloween costume because I don't want to do the couples thing. We never actually looked at and made fun of my sad bee costume. Remember we like talked about it on yesterday's
so you
show?
have the picture?
I
Yeah.
think we do have the picture now. There's my sad bee costume. That netting, it's clearly not a bee net. It's just a random.
Do you still have that
I
shirt?
thought I actually think it's not that bad. I don't know what's on your pants.
Why am I wet?
Yeah, that's weird. You
I
should
do
have.
seem to be damp.
Was there another bee there?
Did you not look at the picture
Maybe I got
before
some
you
honey on me.
submitted it?
It's pollen. Pollen.
That's weird.
Anyway, all right, we can take that picture down.
I agree that I don't.
You peed yourself or
No,
something.
that's not a full.
He's doing a
stream.
thing. He's doing
No,
a
Yeah,
it's like
thing.
maybe
a
a little
splatter.
sprinkle. A little splatter.
What do you mean he's doing a thing?
He's doing a thing. Ah, come on.
I agree that I don't think the Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith stuff is for me, but it might be for someone else.
I'm just saying it's for me.
I'm also less inclined to buy her book because I could just read it on
Yeah.
The Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
Maybe me and my wife could be Will and Jada.
No, don't do that.
That
No,
may
bad
not
idea.
work, yeah.
Not a good idea.
Don't do
Stay
it.
away from that one.
Let's keep thinking.
Yeah.
Just spitballing.
What are you thinking, Chris?
Are you going to a party? What do you need a costume
I do have
for?
to go to a party. That's why.
Huh.
It's all right. I'll figure it out on my own.
You guys should be Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
I was actually. I did Mahomes a few years ago.
I know, and you returned the jersey. I remember looking at like, I can never look at him the same way again.
I bought a jersey.
I know.
Wore it to work.
Yeah.
I was like, you still have the tags on. He's like, I'm
get it.
returning it. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Are you explaining how costumes work?
That's not how costumes work.
I try to return all my costumes.
That's despicable.
Ah, see?
How?
You're the
What?
one. You're the one that doesn't, Billy.
You got a closet
Be
full
like
of
us.
costumes?
Despicable.
Answer the question.
Do you have a closet full of costumes?
Somewhere, yeah, like in a bag somewhere. My wife probably gave them away.
You're gonna look back for a beekeeper costume you can't find it. You're like,
Yeah.
I knew it was in here.
With pee on all of them.
Who decides they want to be a beekeeper?
That's Chris. I don't know.
His wife wanted to be a bee, and that was the solution.
That was
You
actually,
should have been a bee
It
with
was actually my idea.
her. Oh,